Hello. This is our workshop on Zoom and we're recording. And this is me, I'm Jim Olson. I'm going to share the screen. Right down here is share the screen, and I'm going to share the entire screen. And I'm going to switch back over to my browser where I've got my slides. And I'm going to minimize myself. Here's me. You don't need to see me anymore. So I'm going to minimize myself. And here we are back to our slides. So today I want to do 3 Zoom meetings. The first one is this introduction that we're now recording. And I'm going to do a little demo of how I record my lectures. So the first one is probably going to be the longest one, and if we get time, I'm going to show you how to save to YouTube. Saving to YouTube is also easy. Easy once you know how. That's everything about computers is easy once you know how. The second one is going to be a synchronous class meeting, and I'm going to invite all of you to take part in it, okay? So that you can take part along with me, okay? And we'll see if we can get that to work. And the third one I want to do today is to set up the camera. Okay, so real quick, what's Zoom? Zoom is a video conferencing platform. It's free. You can make a 40-minute recording for free. Of course, there's paid versions of it. It's easy to use, and CITR and WIU supports it. I've been to some of their workshops. They're very good. To host a meeting, you do have to download and install something, as I've done. You've seen that. In order to attend a meeting, you pretty much just follow the link. Now, it might be that when you email your link to your participants and they bring it up on their phone, because everybody loves the phone, and they click it, it might install a little app on their phone or something like that. I think that varies, but it's generally instantaneous. Once again, stop me at any point here if you got questions. In the top 200 tools for learning made by Jane Hart, who's done this for years, Zoom is number 10, okay? Now, you're not going to beat out YouTube and Google Search, PowerPoint, Twitter, LinkedIn, WordPress, and Wikipedia. It's number 10, okay? So I'm very happy that Western made this decision to adopt this and support it a couple years ago. So this is the basics. You start a meeting using that one. I've already demoed that once. If you want to schedule a meeting, you do that one there. So if you want to send maybe the link to your students a half an hour ahead or a day ahead or something like that. Let me see if I can get this out of the way here. So some of the key things here, the microphone is on the lower left. Inviting students is there. Inviting participants, you're going to see that when I do the second Zoom today, where we're going to invite all of you. Sharing the screen is right there. Recording is right there, and ending the meeting is on the right-hand side. So everything is across the bottom, very easy to use. And when you do get into share, you get this little template here. And that's this one here. Okay, here it is live. And this is just a screenshot. And here is where you can annotate. Actually, I think I'm going to do this now because I may not get a chance to do it later. If you want to annotate during your talk, this is one way to do it. It's not my recommended way to do it, but this is one way to do it. And sometimes I do this. So it gets another little template here, and you've got a little draw thing here, and you can put things right on here, okay? And if I'm in a browser or maybe a spreadsheet, I do use that annotate tool, okay? What I actually prefer to do is do it in Word and use the pen in Word, and I'm going to show you that in just a matter of seconds. Right here is the recording and the recording and pausing. So let me show you how that works. So let's say that I'm doing a recording and I get a tickle in my throat and I'm starting to cough and I want to stop the recording. All I do is come right over here and hit pause. I'm recording again now, okay? Any questions at this point? So that was your introduction to Zoom. Now I'm going to kind of show you how I do the lecture. All right, so let me kind of get myself organized for this. I want to get out of the here. So what I do for myself is I have a little so this is one of the reasons I don't do the annotations, because it's just on the screen and it's just on the glass. Yes, I can. Thank you for asking. So I bring up my little annotate tool, and right here is clear. The trash can, of course. Clear all. Okay. So what I have here is Math 407. And here's my slideshows. And the one that I just did Tuesday night was week 10. And this is a little Google Slides, okay? So what I do is bring myself up. I usually have myself at the beginning of the recording, and this can be resized. And I say, okay, welcome. This is a Math 407 video for week 10 on modular arithmetic. Nice to have you here. And then I have a handout. The handout is a Word document, okay? So what I would do here at this point is I would pause the recording as I go get the handout, okay? Or I would have it ahead of time. So let me navigate to my handout. Math 407. Except that's not where I want to be. I want to be here. My handouts, week 10. And here is my handout for week 10. And what I do here is I do a save as, because I'm going to be writing on my handout. And the students have the handout too, and I'm hoping that they're going to be writing on their handout, okay? So I do a save as, and I append to the file name with my notes. Okay. So now I need to get my pen. So hang on a second. What's that? No, I didn't pause it. I'm not fiddling pausing. So oftentimes what I do here, boy, this is going to be kind of tricky because I'm plugged into this projector, but you're going to get the idea. As I come down here, I'm talking through this. I'm having the students read my notes. Hopefully they have it in front of me. And then I get down here, and here's my first example. And this is typical of the way I teach the class. I have the problem stated that's typed up that I want to solve, or the theorem that I'm trying to prove. And then with my pen here, I come to draw. And of course, it's purple pen, of course, it's Go Western. And I start writing on my screen here. Now, this laptop and also the laptop that we have in the department folds back. So you can actually put it on your lap and write on it here. Since I'm plugged into the projector, I'm not going to be able to do that here. But you write on here, and away you go. Okay? This is Word. This is just Word. And right here is Draw. And I'm using the purple pen, okay? And here's a highlighter, okay? So if you want to highlight, you can highlight, okay? Yeah, or just a stylus. You can just use a stylus because our computer is a touch screen, and you can just use a stylus, a stylus like this with no battery or anything, okay? Also in the draw tool here is an eraser if you want to erase, okay? Questions on this? Okay. Yeah. They're hidden underneath that little green thing that says stop share right here. This one here. It's always there when I'm sharing the screen. Okay. I don't use this one. I like this one here with Word because when I scroll, it's part of the document, okay? And I mean, even if somebody missed class or something like that, I could give them this, okay? Whereas if you use this annotation tool and you circle something, as soon as you scroll, it's not right. So I don't use the annotation tool directly that much. I like Word and writing with Word, okay? All right. This one happens to be because it's what I have, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. So now let's see how this comes to an end. So what I do here, typically at the end of my my video, is that I come back to here, and I often bring up my face, and I say, this has been a video on modular arithmetic. Have a great day. And I stop the recording right here. I can pause the recording, or I can stop the recording.